Griffon Hovercraft Limited leads the world in the design, development, manufacture and operation of hovercraft, and produces the largest range of hovercraft available in the world today. The smallest craft in the Griffon range is the 6-seat Griffon 380 TD. This craft can be launched directly from a hover-on, hover-off road trailer. Ideally suited to special forces and paramilitary operators, it takes the direct line to intercept, regardless of terrain. It can equally be launched from an unprepared beach, riverbank or field. At task completion, it hovers back onto its trailer. The twin-engined Griffon 470 TD can also be launched from a road trailer. This craft is one of several owned by the Royal National Lifeboat Institute, or RNLI. The RNLI operates some 350 lifeboats from 230 lifeboat stations around the coastline of the British Isles, and they use their Griffon hovercraft where hovercraft should be used, in areas where it is difficult or impossible to operate conventional boats. By far the most popular single-engine hovercraft in the Griffon range is the 2 tons payload, or light-lift Griffon 2000 TD. This Swedish Coast Guard craft starts its daily patrol just south of the Arctic Circle. The Swedish Coast Guard originally purchased a single 2000 TD to be used during the formation and breakup of ice in the Gulf of Bothnia. Having operated this craft for a short time, they purchased 2 more 2000 TDs and now operate all 3 craft throughout the year. Other military or paramilitary users in the same Baltic Sea area include the Finland Frontier Guard with 3 2000 TDs, the Lithuanian Border Police, seen here under construction, and the Estonian Border Guard, here apprehending illegal fishermen. This craft has already intercepted or rescued hundreds of people on Estonia's border with Russia. All these craft help secure the sovereignty of their country's borders and are used for counterinsurgency, search and rescue, immigration control, anti-smuggling, and general policing duties. Temperatures in this region can plunge below -35 degrees Celsius, and whereas some craft are kept outside all year in these conditions, the Estonian Border Guard always drive their craft into a hangar overnight. The British Royal Marines have operated 4 Griffon 2000 TDs for over 10 years now. Usually deployed overseas on a ship's deck, these craft are also air-portable in the RAF's Hercules C-130s. These Griffons have supported the Marines' operations in all 5 continents of the world. But let Lieutenant Richard Thurston of 539 Assault Squadron take up the story.
I think they're great. I think they are one of the best bits of kit going. A hovercraft will travel at 30 or 40 knots straight over water or over obstacles up to ½ a metre high. Sandbanks, rocks, vegetation, anything like that does not affect hovercraft operations at all. And actually the hovercraft just lap it up. As commanders, it gives us huge flexibility because we can use nearly any beach that we want to. The last thing we actually want to do is drop our troops into the water and they have to wade ashore. They start off whatever operation wet and cold. A hovercraft can take them to the top of the beach quickly, easily, drop down, they unload their kit and off they go.
The Royal Marines confirm that their hovercraft noise signature when running towards a beach is less than their conventional raiding boats. The largest craft in the Griffon range is the medium-lift Griffon 8000 TD. Seen under construction here are 2 of 6 8000 TDs built for the Indian Coast Guard. All Griffon Hovercraft are built in aluminium and powered by diesel engines. Long experience has shown that aluminium alloy is by far the best construction material for hovercraft, particularly for the underside of the hull. Proof of this is the underside of the smaller Royal Marines hovercraft shown here. This craft, in continuous operation for 10 years before these pictures were taken, shows all the dents and bends which, under rough treatment from the Marines, the craft receives from landing on many types of beaches, in all types of theatre around the world. Its alloy underside is ductile. It dents or bends on impact, whereas lightweight composite material can crack under the severe loads imposed whilst beaching hard onto unknown and unprepared shores. Generally, the hull is welded below the waterline and sealed and riveted above the waterline. On the main deck, adjacent plates are joined by friction stir welding. Carbon fibre and Kevlar are used in the composite material for the propeller ducts, and full 360 degrees vision is available from the driving position. Throttles and propeller pitch are controlled by the commander's left hand, whilst a joystick operated by the commander's right hand controls the rudders. All Griffon hovercraft turn in their own length. The large cabin area is configured to suit each customer's requirements. For instance, full mine countermeasures equipment can be accommodated. British Royal Navy tests have proved that hovercraft are virtually immune to sea mines. The engine room is accessed from the main cabin or from the side decks, and all machinery is ready to hand. The whole superstructure forward of the lift fans can also be designed to suit customer requirements. For instance, all 5 Griffon 8000 TDs in service with the Saudi Arabian Border Guard carry a vehicle or equipment in the bow. These multi-role craft are equipped with 16 seats, a mess area, galley and toilet, a crane capable of lifting 2 tons, firefighting equipment, a half-inch machine gun, and hydraulically operated bow ramps. In Singapore, the 8000 TD has a different bow ramp, together with an offset wheelhouse. This enables the center section to accommodate, for instance, a tracked vehicle. This craft has a payload of up to 11 tons and is based on a hover-on, hover-off pontoon. And whereas it is more usual to land and take off in the same direction from these pontoons, the craft can of course be reversed off. Griffon Hovercraft Limited provides a full on-site training and maintenance package. Trainees are usually conventional boat coxswains and boat mechanics. All Griffons are low-profile craft, which produce virtually no telltale wash or wake signatures at speed, and which can hide in the radar clutter on a beach, undetected by other marine radars. Studies have shown that whereas conventional craft can land on around 40% of the world's beaches, Griffon hovercraft can land on 80%, and this increases to 92% on all tropical beaches. They operate where no other vessel can venture, and many of the problems associated with landing troops and equipment in the close inshore environment are eliminated by hovercraft operation.